Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus got into a boat. His disciples followed him. Suddenly a violent storm came up on the sea, so that the boat was being swamped by waves, but he was asleep. They came and woke him, saying, "Lord, save us, we are perishing." He said to them, "Why are you terrified, O you of little faith?" Then he got up, rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. These men were amazed and said, "What sort of man is this, whom even the wind and the sea obey?" The Gospel of the Lord. This morning we begin with Sin City, Sodom and Gomorrah. You can see what happens when sin builds up. It becomes a destructive force for all of humanity. The angel of the Lord urged Lot on. Now it's interesting. When you're reading between the lines, for some reason, Lot does not want to go. It's the sign of what you could say we call an attachment. An attachment to something that it's not very good, not very nice, could lead you into sin, and you just can't get away from it. You're attached. Probably a good example of that would be pornography. But yet there are lesser at the same time. So Lot hesitates. He has this attachment to the city. Why? Perhaps he was making good money there and he didn't want to leave. Why in the first place did he choose Sodom? That's another question. Something was drawing him there, and he allowed himself to be lured. This is all about the demons, right? It's all about the devil who's pulling people in very subtly. He was in a sinful place, Lot was. When he hesitated, the two men with him, angels, escorted by the Lord, and seized the mercy of the hand of his wife and his daughters. It seems to be also a fuss and almost a fight that the daughters and the mother were also stuck there for some reason. They allowed the temptation to linger. And here it is. This is the story that can invade all of us, perhaps at some point. They allowed the temptation to linger. And so the angels had to be a little aggressive with them. Don't look back or stop anywhere on the plane. Don't take a second thought. Don't take a second look. Then Lot says, "I can't make it." I can't make it, he says. He has to escape to a small place is what he requests, short of where he should have been for safety. And God in his mercy gave him that safety. I wondered this morning as I was reading this, why didn't Lot go to that town Zoar in the first place? He must have known the culture. Again, there's an attraction. This is how insidious sin can be, creeping up on us. But God is merciful. And somehow God is seeing into Lot's heart. And he's also been persuaded by the intercessions of Abraham. However, Lot's wife, not so good. Her attachments are very firm, and she looks back. She was turned into a pillar of salt. Her attachments in sin were acts of disobedience. She disobeyed God's hand that would pull her out of the fix she was in with her family. And from here we go to the Gospel of Matthew. A turmoil in itself in the boat. Jesus gets into the boat. His disciples follow him. One could say the boat is the church. It's the church where Jesus resides. It's the church where Jesus is king. It's the boat that has a captain named Jesus. He appears to be sleeping. However, he's not. The disciples have followed him, but now they're frightened. However, unlike Lot and his family, they're more quick to run to Jesus and ask him for help, which is where we should be. In the midst of sin and in the midst of attachments that could lead us to sin, we must cry for help. A good way to do that is there's a particular word in here in the gospel. Then he, Jesus, got up and rebuked the wind and the sea. It's in the tempest when we're threatened and shaken by temptation that we can use that word, I rebuke you. We can say that to the evil one. I rebuke you and I embrace my Jesus.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui aquam meruisti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit, alleluia, ora pro nobis Deum, alleluia.